Welcome to Finance Revealed. Watch the complete video to discover new market secrets. Subscribe now.
Okay, Mr. Wonderful, Bitcoin or Ethereum? If I were to put a gun to your head and say, you got $100,000, you got to put it on one, you can't put it on both, you got a 3-year holding period, where do you put your money?
Bitcoin. It's the granddaddy. It's the institutional desire that most of the people I talk to, that whether they are speculating or not, want to establish compliance with their own groups at the institutional and sovereign level with Bitcoin first. They're wrangling for 1% to 3%. I have this dialogue every day. They want to get through this whole ESG thing. We talked about that already. They want the compliance platform to market for their internal accounting and internal compliance and external to market when there's capital gains involved or not. Most of these guys, which I got to tell you is interesting, they're not considering it a currency. They're considering it a property. They're going to buy it, check the box on the ESG thing when they get a way to do it, which means they may have to mine their own, and then hold it in perpetuity just like they do, as Peter suggested, with gold. They have made that allocation. If they were 5% weighted in bullion, maybe they're paying storage, maybe they're using an EFT like GLD, whatever, but they want to own Bitcoin. So if you're putting my gun to my head, I would go long Bitcoin for the next 36 months. I think it'll beat the indices. I think you'll do better than 7 or 8% on it. Yes, it's going to be volatile, but I keep telling everybody, and I said it at Bitcoin 2021, when we solve it for them on compliance and ESG, Katie bar the doors, we're talking about $1 trillion worth of buying power. You want to see Bitcoin at 100,000? That's how it's going to happen.
Rich, Bitcoin or Ethereum?
I'll keep it brief. Bitcoin.
Tell us why.
Well, a lot of what Kevin just said, but more for me about the exponential growth of what Raoul's thinking. 140 million wallets right now. Accelerating to 1 billion wallets. This is going to be Facebook. There'll be 2.8 billion users of Bitcoin on that network, and a result of which there'll be an explosive opportunity for returns.
Raoul, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano?
Without question, Ethereum. It's by far and away the network effects are growing faster and deeper than Bitcoin, in fact, twice the speed. So it's growing at a dramatic pace. There are more applications. We've talked about NFTs. We've talked about DeFi. It's all on top of Ethereum. Will that change after 3 years? Possibly. But the network effects, and that's how you value these things, is the number of nodes on the network, the growth of those nodes, and the interconnection of those nodes is growing so much faster than anything else. It's just going to outperform. That doesn't mean I don't like Bitcoin. I don't agree. I agree with the store of value, the pristine collateral. I've made all of these arguments. It's nothing to do with that. I just think Ethereum outperforms, and my money's actually mainly in Ethereum these days.
I must say I agree with you, because I think that Bitcoin is a store of value, and there's a big space for a store of value. Ethereum is a call option on multiple new industries that haven't yet started. So the first option that was triggered was one on NFTs. Yeah. The second option was one of what they call decentralized finance. And I think
don't you want my answer?
I'm coming to you, Peter.
I think we both own Ethereum in addition to Bitcoin.
Okay, Peter. So there's a gun to your head. You're not allowed to buy gold. The answer is you got to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. You have to pick one, and you have to tell us why you pick the one you pick. You have to buy one. Which one do you buy?
Peter's going to buy the gun.
First of all, I might just take my chances I might just take my chances with the bullet. But look, I was gonna say, I was hoping all you guys were gonna go Bitcoin so I could be the contrarian and go Ethereum. It seems like it's split 50-50. I guess if I was gonna gamble, because it isn't I think you're wrong. Bitcoin is not a store of value, because in order to be a store of value, you first have to start with value, because you can't store something that you don't have. So they're both speculative tokens. And I guess to the extent that they both keep going up for the next few years, probably looking at the charts, Ethereum is going to beat Bitcoin. So if I had to buy as a speculative token, but I think if they go down, Ethereum's going to go down more, right? So if they crash, Ether will probably crash more too. You'd probably agree with that. But if they're going to go up, and I'm gonna buy it and hope, then I guess I would take that one. But
So you take
again,
your chances. You take your chances on the bullet, but if the bullet wasn't good, you would go for Ethereum.
You might not be a good shot. It could be a. It could be a. It could be a. It might not go off. I don't know.
Guys, let me throw something out there on ETH that I think
want
we should
Raoul's
talk about.
rum collection. I want Kevin's watch collection, and I want Peter's gold collection.
I'll just sell you an NFT.
I just want everybody to know that.
I'm
expecting to get.
Let me throw something out there on Ethereum.
My agent told me that's what I was getting paid to do this show, so I'm just waiting. And by the way, Peter, if you don't want to give me your gold, you can transfer it into Ethereum and send it to me that way too.
Ethereum, let me ask a question I've noticed of late. My guys in our shop have been watching how slow it's getting on transactions. It's grinding slower and slower and slower. There's some problems here if we're going to be using this
algorithm.
Look, I'm just saying, for financial services, when I transfer, let's say I want to buy Nestle or I want to buy Roche in Swiss francs, okay, which I do in the index business. I want to be able to do a nanosecond transaction, and I don't want to wait because I'm doing the spot price of the stock. I'm trying to buy a block. Ethereum is getting really slow.
Yeah, and I think that's right, Kevin. It's because it's incredibly popular, which is what's driving up the price. And there's a very, very restricted supply because everybody's staking for ETH 2.0. In addition, everyone's taking off the exchange. So there's about, I think, as of today, about 11% of all ETH available for supply. It's ridiculous. So we've got this massive supply restriction and exponential demand driving up price and making the system cloggy as well. I think the layer 2 is going to help. And then in addition, it'll push things to other chains where they should be.
Ethereum analysis, Ethereum rise, crypto staking, cryptocurrency XRP, crypto XRP, cryptocurrency live, cryptocurrency for dummies, cryptocurrency market, cryptocurrency scams, cryptocurrency